Right, hi YouTube. Right, I can't go shouting or making too much noise at the moment because it's rather late to be doing a video, but I was just really bored and I couldn't sleep. So I really wanted to make a video. It's actually 10 to midnight at the moment, and my little brother's next door, and then 2 doors down is my mum. So I don't really want to wake anyone because they get really moody, both of them, when they're woken up. I mean, it's like the Gruffalo has just walked through my bedroom door. It's like, I swear, I see a poisonous wart at the end of their nose and like turned up toes and what other one was there? And purple spikes on the end of their backs or whatever. But enough with book quotes. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about a personal but also very common problem in especially teenagers, but it could happen to anyone, which is acne or spots or pimples or whiteheads, blackheads, whatever you want to call them. Okay, spots and acne is basically an infection under the skin where dirt or oil gets into the pores in your skin. Everybody has them, no matter how whatever things you use, you can't get rid of those pores. It's what makes your skin up. So there's no special treatment that you can do for that, so don't bother. But you can help prevent it. You can help make those pores tighter and help cleanse your skin. First of all, I had terrible acne, especially on my back. I'm not going to show you because, well, they're not there anymore, but yeah, and on my face, obviously, on my shoulders, lower back, just the main places really. And it was obviously on my face, it could get quite painful. All over it could get quite painful, and especially on my back, it was really itchy. And also, it's not really a very nice thing. I remember once having a massive spot right on the end of my nose, and I used to get like horrible ones where I'd have them like right in the middle of there, and I always used to feel really conscious. I don't know why, but I always used to feel really conscious there. I don't know why, but some reason, just because they're between my eyes, I guess everyone's looking at it. So yeah, it's a personal problem to me. I've had it before. Yeah. So what you want to do first is I'm sure you've heard of Clearasil. It's basically a spot cleanser, and it's nothing really, it's not got any medication or anything in it, so it doesn't have to be prescribed by a doctor. You can get it at your local supermarket, anywhere really that does these things. There are loads of different types. There are so many. There are like the little 4-hour ones, which they look like a little you can get the gel, which is like almost like a little pen that you get, which you turn the end, and then sort of some gel comes out the top, and then you rub it directly on the spot. Apparently that's supposed to get rid of the spot in under 4 hours, but I've tried it just before a date or a night out or something, and it doesn't work, even overnight. Honestly, it will clear up the spot, but it won't get rid of it, you know. So they are still good to rub on the spots, but the 4-hour thing, it won't work in 4 hours because an infection takes time to heal. And also, if you're just wanting a quick fix to get all the redness and visibly it goes, that's not going to happen because skin needs time to repair itself, which may take days. It depends on yourself. Everybody's different. So yeah, there are gels like that one. There are creams. There are deep cleansing washes where you have to wash your skin, put the cream on, leave it for like 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, something's just popped up on my screen. You probably can't see it, but there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, there are deep cleansing ones where it's a thick, heavy cream that you wash your face, then you put it on. I don't know why I'm all doing all these actions, but and then you wait sort of like a minute, 2 minutes, or whatever, and then you rinse it off again. Personally, because I tend to do the cream before I go to bed, I tend to be tired, and I really just can't be bothered basically to do all that. So those aren't my cup of tea, but they are good. Deep cleansers, obviously, and because the skin is softer, they will work a bit better. Um, So it's nothing against the product, it's just not my personal cup of tea, but it could work for many other people. So try it, give it a go. I did. It doesn't kill you, so it doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I guess. So yeah, try it. Then so we've done the pens, the creams, and then the deep cleansers. There are also liquids, just put it onto a cotton wool pad or whatever, and then just rub your whole face with it. And it dries very quickly. It doesn't leave your skin all sticky, which I was quite worried about to start off with, because I really hate that feeling. And your face doesn't feel, not greasy or wet, but slightly damp. Your face doesn't feel that cold sensation or anything for a long time afterwards. It's literally a few minutes. That's all it takes. Because I can't remember, but I think it's got alcohol in it, so it probably does, but I can't remember if it says no alcohol on it or something, but it probably does have alcohol in it, so it will evaporate very quickly, but obviously don't go drinking it. Okay, so that's the Clearasil. Because it's not actually medicated, and you buy it off the shelves, it will work for a lot of people, and use it. So even if you don't have spots yet, get it. If you're I don't know, I suggest you use it from the age of 11, 12 upwards, because your skin is already starting to get a bit more oily because of hormones. Obviously, it depends on different people, but it doesn't do you any harm. It actually helps prepare your skin, and also, general dirt, um, dust, anything really. Even if you haven't hit puberty yet, you can still get spots because just general dirt gets stuck in them, which you can't really remove that easily without sort of Clearasil and stuff like that. Okay. Obviously Clearasil is just one brand. There are lots of different spot cleansers and stuff like that. If you look around the area in your supermarket where Clearasil is, then there should be all the other spot cleansers. So just have a look around, experiment, as everyone's different. So some things will work for others than it does, you know. And if Clearasil doesn't work for you, then try a couple other brands. You need to give it a while. These aren't quick fixes, and they won't completely get rid of every single spot, and you'll never have a spot again if you use it twice a day. That's not going to happen. So if you get the occasional spot here and there, or you usually have sort of one or two spots, it's not that big a deal, and don't worry about it. But because I had quite bad acne on my back, I mean, not the occasional one, I mean a lot, and I had quite a few on my face as well. After trying the Clearasil and the deep cleansers and all that for probably about a year, but I'd suggest sort of 6 months maybe. So after I tried that for about a year, it did help, but it didn't get the results that I wanted or that I really, needed, because if you have too much acne, then it can damage your skin, get some scarring and things. Obviously, if you get the occasional pimple here and there, and even me, I don't have any scarring from spots, even though I've had quite a few. But you see people going around the streets where their whole face is literally covered in it. That's when there would be a problem with scarring. But even if you're in doubt and you only have a few, what I did was I went to my doctors, my local GP, and they had a look and they prescribed me it's a cream called Panoxyl. Um, it's basically just a cream. You don't. It's not like the deep cleanse where you have to wash it. You just put it on the area and then leave it to dry. And it really helped. Obviously, still you'll get the occasional spot. I've been using that for about a year now, and hopefully, as you can see, I don't actually really have that much. I do have one up here, there, as you can see, but it looks bigger on camera, but it actually isn't that big, and I think that's the only spot I have at the moment. I do have a couple old ones, you can't really see it very well. I have two that I did come up, but they're healed now. They're just, the skin's just repairing them. Nowhere else on my face at the moment. Obviously they will pop up even with the medication, and I'm not going to show you my back, but it's so much better. The itching's gone most of the time. Obviously, for a woman, you will tend to get more, depending on you personally, but I tend to find that when I'm around my period or menstrual cycle or whatever you want to call it, I'll get more, obviously because hormones are raging and your body's just going haywire with hormones and everything. Then you will get some pop up more than you usually would, if you understand. That's not a problem. It doesn't mean that the cream's not working. Use the basically just go to your GP. Don't be afraid to show them your spots, as they see all sorts of things every single day. Probably things that are so much more worse than spots. So really, it's nothing new to them. So don't be embarrassed. Just go and be honest, and then get some help. Use the cream yet again 6 months. And if it's still if it hasn't got any effect, the number of spots hasn't gone down, then go back to your GP and maybe they can prescribe you something stronger. But Panoxyl is a really good way to start for me personally. Obviously your doctor will know more, but I expect they'll prescribe you the same sort of thing, depending on your situation and allergies and everything. Give it a good sort of 6 months, like I said, but you should actually be seeing results within the first few weeks, like I did. I even found it in the first few days, but obviously everyone's different, so give it at least sort of 6 months to properly work, or whatever your doctor suggests. The one thing that can happen with that cream is that obviously it's not going to happen to everyone, but it does happen to me. I can get dry skin in certain areas, especially around my nose, sort of around here, and actually around the nostrils, and also on the eyes, not actually the eyelids, but just on the top of them, between my eyebrow and my eyelid. And sometimes I can get it on the tops of my cheeks around here. It's not too bad. Obviously it also depends on the weather and if I've had a bug or hormones or things, but that cream can, for some people, make it a bit delicate, a bit dry, a bit itchy sometimes, a bit sort of crumbly and crusty. But with me, it's not a problem sort of all the time. Maybe just once a month maybe, but obviously I'm not holding you to that. But what I do for it is I either use E45 cream, which is really good, or I use this Nivea Soft. It comes in a pot. It basically says it's a refreshingly soft moisturizing cream with jojoba